Do you struggle with losing weight and feel your meal and snack portions are out of control? Well, in this video, we will look at 8 key portion control tips from me, a registered dietitian, to help you manage your portions and your weight for good. Hi, I'm Vula, and I help teach women how to manage their weight without the diets. And today I am sharing part 1 of 8 portion control tips from a registered dietitian. Today we'll be looking at the first 3 tips to help you better manage your portions and your weight. So let's dig in. Portion control is not about severe restriction or feeling like you're being punished. It's having the knowledge around what a proper portion should look like so that you are satisfied and not looking to grab sugary or salty snack foods after your meal. You also need to remember that it is absolutely not your fault if you are used to large portion sizes. We are constantly being barraged and offered larger portions at restaurants, cafes, and social gatherings that are just not realistic. Portion control is a skill that takes practice, but with time and consistency, it can become second nature. And the best part? You can still enjoy those favorite foods. Now, let's dig in and take a look at our first important tip, which is reassessing your plate and understanding normal portion sizes. Understanding what a normal portion size looks like can be a real game changer and can help you make healthier choices. So let's begin by first visualizing your plate. When building your plate, half of your plate should be filled with non-starchy vegetables because they are lower in calories, higher in fiber, as well as water, so they fill you up without a huge caloric toll. Next, a quarter of your plate should ideally consist of whole grain carbohydrates, and the other quarter should be a protein source. Protein takes longer to digest, so it makes you feel fuller longer. So please make sure to include that protein on your plate. Now, this balance assures that you get a variety of nutrients while remaining full and without consuming excessive calories. When building your plate, it might be useful to invest in measuring tools, like measuring spoons or measuring cups. These tools will allow you to portion out a cup of carbohydrate versus a cup and a half, which makes a difference in the long run. Our eyes typically play tricks on us, so knowing what a cup of any type of food looks like on your plate would be extremely useful. Now let's move on to tip number 2, which is quality over quantity, which means making nutrient-dense versus energy-dense foods a priority on your plate. This will ultimately help decrease the number of calories you eat. Now, when it comes to portion control, it's not just about eating less, it's also about eating better. Here is how you can put this principle into action. Remember, nutrient-dense foods are higher in nutrients but lower in calories. Think fruits, vegetables, and lean proteins. On the other hand, energy-dense foods like sugary drinks, fast food, and processed foods are higher in calories in a smaller volume with a very low nutrient content. Therefore, your plate during meals and snacks should be filled with more of these nutrient-dense foods versus the energy-dense ones, because they will ultimately help fuel you, fill you up, and limit your servings of higher calorie foods, which will ultimately help you lose weight. Now, when looking at portion sizes for these foods, you need to understand that nutrient-dense foods like vegetables should be eaten in larger portions, like a large fistful, or at least 1 measured cup. Fats, on the other hand, which are higher in calories or more energy-dense, should be limited to a thumb-sized portion at meals. So, by focusing on quality over quantity, you are in a position to enjoy all foods without the deprivation. Now, hit that like button if you feel you can commit to increasing your nutrient-dense foods like vegetables by at least 1 cup today. Now, moving on to our third and final tip on portion control, and that is how to actually portion out your food to help manage your weight. Now, let's try to put in practice what we have just learned. In order to get smart portions onto your plate day in and day out, consider using smaller plates and bowls. Smaller plates and bowls can make a portion of food look larger, which can help you eat less while still remaining satisfied. Another smart portion control tip is to pre-portion your snacks. Avoid eating directly from the bag or the box, and portion out your snacks into individual servings. 6 to 8 whole grain crackers, a quarter cup of nuts, or 2 to 3 small cookies are appropriate snack sizes. So consider pre-portioning your snacks out today. So if you want to manage your weight, you will need to manage your portions as well. Try these 3 tips today, and let's start eating less and enjoying food more. And look out for part 2 of this video, coming soon to my YouTube channel. But for now, thanks for watching today's video, 8 portion control tips from a registered dietitian. And if you like this video, be sure to subscribe and ring the bell in order to receive notifications of great content like this.